All right, friends, welcome back to Josh's Life with Plushies. It is Thursday, April 11th, 2024, and I have here with me today Bedaine. That is the French word for tummy. I will show you him a little bit closer here. Looks like he's giving you some side eye a little bit. And his proportions are kind of similar in a way to the Big Feet plushies. Surprisingly, still has his eyebrows and eyes. And you can see he's very well loved from the back here. Looks like the company is Gansbro, Ganzbro. And he is my childhood plushie. Story behind him is that my father went and got him after I was born. Came back into the room with the plushie and saw my mom in tears and didn't see me and thought that they had lost me. So he had it hidden behind his back, and once he saw that and saw her in tears, he chucked it down the hallway at the hospital until he found out that it wasn't, that I was still here, that I didn't pass away, and then he went and got it. And so he's been my plushie since I was born. So that's kind of the story behind that. We have a good laugh about that every once in a while here. But anyways, I thought I would take you into one of the galleries here at work. I did make it into work today. My back is still very sore, just pushing through anyways, and probably gonna end up going to the chiropractor again tonight, get some more adjustments, and yeah, anyways, I thought I would take you into one of the galleries here on level 2 called Canadian Journeys, where we tell stories around human rights centered around events that have happened here in Canada. And so let me just go ahead and show you one of those exhibits. So come along. All right, and here we are in the alcove on inclusion for all, rights of people with disabilities. And it says here, in the past, many Canadians with physical, intellectual, and developmental disabilities were treated as if they didn't deserve human rights. They were often judged to be helpless or defective and were kept apart from mainstream society. Since the 1970s, people with disabilities have organized to demand inclusion and equality. The first draft of the 1982 Charter of Rights and Freedom did not ban discrimination based on disability. Activists lobbied to make sure discrimination was prohibited. Many aspects of Canadian life are changing to recognize the rights of people with diverse abilities. This benefits everyone. People with disabilities are telling their stories and claiming their rights to self-determination. I'll give you a little bit of a look around the exhibit here. You'll see some random different items. And to each one of those items is tied a story. And so we'll go through a few of those stories here. Otherwise, we might be here for a while. And in front of us here, we have a book, a flip book. In that flip book, the story here starts labeled as Out From Under, Disability History and Things to Remember. And it says here, this exhibit is adapted from a larger display created in 2007 at the School of Disability Studies, Ryerson University, Toronto, Ontario. It presents 13 histories contributed by students, alumni, activists, and scholars. Together, they pay tribute to the resilience, creativity, and contributions of Canadians with disabilities. Out From Under shares stories of shame, neglect, and exclusion. At the same time, it illuminates a proud history of resistance and survival. This exhibit makes no claim to be a comprehensive history of disability in Canada. It is presented in the hope of sparking reflection and discovery.
Digging.
So here we go, one of the first items here. You may not see it as well as before, but this item right here ended up getting lit up. So you can kind of see it's a shovel attached to a walking cane. And the story that goes along with it here is Digging by Terry Poirier. And it says, every object has a history, and every history has some relationship to disability. One simply needs to dig for it a little. A little bit of a pun there. Take the ordinary shovel. Shovels have been used in conditions of forced institutional labor and to bury disabled people in unmarked graves. Fancy shovels with commemorative plaques have been used at sod-turning ceremonies for rehabilitation facilities as a way of recognizing charitable benefactors. Shovels adapted for accessibility today enable disabled people living freely in communities to do whatever garden or yard work they choose. As disabled people find and claim their power, they take hold of the tools once used to push them under. And here we have a photo. Shovel attached to a wheelchair there. And that is John W. Rackley in the wheelchair. He adapted for independent living in northern climates. Photographed by John Noonan. And there you have it. We just finished watching one of the exhibits here in Canadian Journeys, and I figured I would take you along with me as we would walk up the ramps. So don't mind the shakiness. Still a little sore and getting better and moving within my abilities currently here. But here's a bit of a view of what the weather looks like out there today. You can kind of see a little bit of blue sky, but also some dark clouds there, and it's been raining a little bit on and off. And again, here we are in the ramp systems. And just bending over there so you can see some of that. So we'll continue to make our way up to level 3 here from level 2 and give you a bit of a view of what you can see on the gallery here if you make your way out to the edge of the ramp system here. You can kind of see the glass behind me there. I'm already halfway up to level 3. And then there is the lookout onto the gallery. Realizing I might need to scroll that a little bit slower so some of you can see. But there are a lot of little alcoves all around there, each one with their own unique story to tell as well. So follow me along as we move on to level 3 now. And I'm just going to pause here for a moment. Here we are almost up at the top of level 2 there, in line with those banners. As you can see, be walking through some of those, which will leave us on level 3 here. And we will continue on to level 3. Thank you for following along as we've taken a little bit of a tour of some more of the museum here at work today, and we will catch up with you later after work. All right, friends. We just finished at the chiropractor. Time to head home. Hoping that those adjustments went well. Definitely got to try and find a way to get out of our head and just let go of those anxious thoughts. Like, clearly there's nothing going on. Everything's okay. Range of motion is good. All of these things, like anything that I'm feeling pain-wise is just a response to the stress and just overanalyzing things, and it's time to just let it go. Let it go and sleep well tonight, hopefully. We need to go and do some groceries for next week, some grocery prep, and then I need to prep my lunch for tomorrow, and we'll call it a day from there at some point. So might catch up with you after groceries or just before going to bed. All right, friends, we are home. Groceries are completed and shopped for. The lunch is prepped, and we are ready for bed. It has been a long day. Oh, emotions have been up and down. Life can be challenging sometimes, but tomorrow is a new day to start fresh. And so we're hoping for a great night's sleep tonight. Another day of work, and then the weekend, and celebrating my birthday, turning 40. Wow. Anyways, that's for another time. For tonight, we're gonna think happy thoughts, think about the things that make us happy, and have some sweet dreams. And we will see you in the morning. So until then, stay plushy, friends.